right, what's going on, team? Ryan from Money Make Marketing here, and we just wanted to make a quick video on how we navigate finding who a decision maker is, okay? And so our process is fairly simple about this, and it's gonna help you guys out. I got my iPad here, so I'm gonna do some drawing. And why should you listen to me? First, we deal with medical device manufacturers for the most part. And over the past, let's say 4 or 5 weeks, we've got 13 quotes for $50,000 units out the door with hospital systems. And all we did to do this, we didn't even have to hop on sales calls. We just navigated to the correct decision maker and got them the information that they needed to actually make a decision. We have decisions on those quotes, by the way. The way we actually qualify it, a quote is a verbal commitment, yes, that we're gonna be on their capital expenditure for the next year. So we have an actual quote that sends out to them. We don't just like send out quotes willy-nilly. So that's how we actually we're defining this. Now, how did we do this? And this number might change based on when you guys are watching this video and when you're not. So this is just this moment in time. And I'm recording this on, I'm not gonna say the date so I don't date myself, okay? So anyways, how do we navigate to the decision makers? So oftentimes, if we're selling to complex units or complex buyers like a hospital system, you have to almost understand that there's gonna be multiple different folks, multiple different decision makers that we actually have to reach out to. And we also have to have different messaging for each of them, okay? So when we're messaging as a marketer, I'm just gonna do a quick marketing lesson for you. I hope you don't mind. We need to outline their dream outcome. Like, what do they want right now? Think about it like this. If I'm starving and I just want a piece of toast, that's all I want. You think anybody, like somebody that's trying to sell Elmer's glue to me is gonna like get my attention? No, I want a piece of toast. I'm hungry. Elmer's glue has nothing to do with me, right? So that offer, Elmer's glue, does not apply to me. It does not apply to my dream outcome. Now, we need to apply to the dream outcome of each decision maker. Okay, so I'm just starting off with that because for this particular client, we had to go to the heart and lung transplant surgeon. So heart and lung transplant surgeon. And we then had to go to their mobility team. But the mobility team wouldn't listen to us until they had the surgeon recommend us to them, right? So like the mobility team, we actually had to send a different dream outcome. We had to send dream outcome number 2, let's say. And for this surgeon, we had to send dream outcome number 1. But both of these actually are our client's product. Client's product, right? So there's different ways to skin a cat, and there's always multiple different ways of benefits of a particular device or product. But it's up to you to figure out how to make those apply to your target market. So I don't think I can say the specific messaging or the company. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I'd have to check the NDA. But anyways, I think even saying this much might get me in trouble. I might have to delist this, but I think it's important to show you guys that we know what we're doing. So anyways, now we have the dream outcome. So like, how are we delivering these dream outcomes? Now, a lot of people do cold outreach, but they do it wrong. Cold outreach is just straight up to get to a decision maker. So let's just go through this. Cold outreach. It's a way to get to decision maker. And get them info to make a decision. So how to do cold outreach properly. Now, if I'm selling Elmer's glue and I'm trying to sell to myself that's hungry for toast, there's pretty much no way that I'm gonna be able to make that sale. I mean, unless I say, hey, this glue tastes like toast. But we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna lie, right? So what we would actually do is we would just make sure that we have a sequence set up for that glue. So we would not actually hit me when I'm hungry for toast, but understand that once I have my toast and my state changes, that my need might arise, right? So that's one way to do it. But the other way to do it is actually just hit them with their current dream outcome. Like imagine instead of me selling glue to someone that wants to eat toast, and this is like the craziest example ever, imagine that we're actually selling toast or selling bread or selling a toaster. Okay, so now actually the dream outcome, it totally aligns, and you actually hear it and it makes sense. So then what we do is we actually put a quick video pitch in there to that person. So I just say, hey, look, imagine I'm selling myself like a $20,000 toaster. I just say, hey, look, man, here's a dream outcome you can have. And you see this feeling that you have right now where you just want toast, but you just don't have toast? You'll never have to have that feeling ever again, because you'll just have your freaking toast. And with this toaster, you'll hit it on the head every single time. And you can even, like, it's a remote, like you can press it over there. It's like dream outcome. You see how I'm solving my dream outcome with that? These folks had the exact same issue. They wanted toast so bad, and they just never had a toaster on in-house, and they always just were like craving it, and it was taking up so much of their day, and they were actually losing their focus and money, and they would then overeat at all these other meals. But we were able to solve that by just, you know, having them go through this toaster. And you can see now, like, here's some testimonies and case studies of them being happy. Boom. What's in it for them? Why should they listen to you? Then we just go through it. So exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you are hungry for toast right now. This is by far the best way to get toast, but like not just one-off, forever, right? So we're just gonna solve this problem for once and for all. And so then we just tie, the pitch is literally just tying their dream outcome to them buying from you. Like, they have to buy from you to get to their dream outcome, okay? And we do this with medical devices all the time, okay? And then I wanna also talk about this. You know, personalized videos work really well. Personalized videos. The personalized videos, what it does is it actually makes each lead worth a little bit more to you. So we have a client, they're not actually, this client is just extremely high ticket event management company. Their tickets are very, very high. I would say, you know, multiple 6 figures up to multiple 7 figures, okay? And so these deals are substantial. So let me ask you this question. Does it make sense for you to then just spam out a bunch of emails, or maybe spend $3,000 per month, or just maybe do a couple LinkedIn messages and spend maybe 10 seconds on running those campaigns for a lead that could potentially pay you multiple 6 figures to 7 figures in revenue for just one person, one lead to do that? Does that make sense to spend that little of time on that? No, it doesn't at all. Not at all, okay? So like, why the hell aren't you guys spending like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, even 5 minutes on these leads where your deals are $50,000 plus? It's not like your target markets are unlimited. There's only a certain amount of hospitals in the United States, if that's your target market. There's only a certain amount of Fortune 500 companies. Hint, it's 500. And so those decision makers at these companies at the top, it gets super small, and you're not willing to spend a little bit more time on each lead and personalize your videos. You should have second thoughts about yourself as a business owner if you're not willing to spend that time. Now, we do it for our clients. We actually do the personalized videos for them. So if we're doing outreach, if we're doing LinkedIn, if we're doing cold email, we'll do the videos. Sometimes I'm even doing the videos. You know, for a couple of our bigger clients, we'll actually, lucky them, I'll do the videos for them. Just because the enterprise deals that they do, I mean, it makes the most sense to have someone that's actually solid on camera do it. And instead of our clients having to learn the softwares, and get good on camera, then understand a pitch and get comfortable with, you know, pitching something that might be completely wrong, but just opening up that door. So anyways, the personalized videos, spending more time on each lead as they come through when the deals are worth more money, just makes sense. We have a client that's a dental lab. There's another example. They're like, you're gonna really send a personalized video to each one of these leads? We get dentists that opt in like crazy. And I was like, yeah, dude, like how much could you make, like on average, how much do you make per dentist per month? It was like making like 10 grand per dentist per month when they're sending all their labs in for like a usual practice. I said, dude, what? Like, you're not willing to do this? Why am I the one that's willing to do this? You're a marketer, you know? So it's a subtle frame shift that you actually have to go through to understand, like, when there's higher ticket deals, you should be willing to spend more to acquire that customer. And that right there, my friends, is how you win. And it could be spending more in cash. It could be spending more in time. And I'm telling you right now, with the AI revolution happening, with marketing tools becoming more automated and more automated, we're gonna have a sweet spot here for the next couple of years until AI is better than all of us at creating content, and it's gonna be close. AI is probably gonna be able to do these videos better than I can do these videos in the coming years. So there's not gonna be any utility to content, actually, believe it or not. I believe there's gonna be no utility for content eventually. But for now, we have a sweet spot of a couple of years while humans still exist and we have preferences. But anyways, the personalized videos will stand out like a sore thumb to your prospects. I did one the other day for that event company, And it was a Fortune 500 company that puts on $1 million plus event every single year. And all I did was just ramble on kind of like this, and I was just sitting back in my chair on that video. They said to our CEO, our client CEO, they were like, "We love the guy in the video." And we want to talk with you. Our events were booked out for this year, but let's talk about next year. And like, I'm not sure how we could use you, but let's at least have a conversation. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly how you start this thing. That's a Fortune 500 relationship that's gonna potentially lead to a couple $1 million for my client off of me spending 20 minutes researching them and throwing together some BS little video that no other marketer was willing to do for their clients. It's just bananas. I think it literally comes down to actually caring about your clients. And if you're watching this and you're one of our clients or you're thinking about working with us, that's just a perfect example. If you have gone through the process and you've been vetted by us and our team or our sales team, whoever you are actually speaking to, or me, and we're giving you that opportunity and you want to potentially work with us and you think our strategy is going to work for you, just understand that like this is on the back end. It's such a collaborative thing to make things happen, and there's nothing better that we like more than getting results for our clients. It just makes us feel so special because everyone else out there effing sucks. Everyone sucks. It's so easy to win here. Back to the point. We're talking about how to get to a decision maker. Wow, I went off on a target. So how did we do it? We got a past client that purchased a unit from our client. We got him on a sales, not a sales call, but we just got him on a phone call. We're asking him questions like, what was the decision-making process like? Who was like pushing for what? And that's when he told us, you know, he was on the mobility team. That's when he told us about the heart and lung transplant surgeon. And you know, once again, that's really when we started targeting them and then having another campaign simultaneously targeting the mobility team. That is when we started getting so many more quotes out. So we got just tons of conversations. And then those conversations, guess what? These are great conversations. They're leading to money, they're leading to rentals, they're leading to other quotes. Guess what we do? We further research what is working. And then what we do is we just amplify this times 5 and we just do more. So like I was talking to our client, I was like, let's ramp up a couple more LinkedIn profiles. Let's send more emails out. Let's do more custom videos. Let's do more. Let's do this. Let's do that. And like, he was like, yeah, yep, let's do it. Sounds good. And the reason being is because we know it's working. And once we have this strategy, at some point in time, there's the efficiency of going from $1 of input to like $5 output and trying to make that $5 $6 instead of just putting $2 in to make 10. At some point in time, you have to just go for scale. You just have to accept that. And I want to draw this diagram. The money is in the scale. Okay, so just remember that as you progress. Now, I know this is a longer video and I was kind of all over the place. I just said to myself, I'm gonna record no matter what tonight. So just got this out. And if you guys like this, you know, if you want me to make these videos more organized, happy to. But once again, Ryan Ogren, Money Make Marketing. Like, subscribe. See ya.